Well, May is National Foster Care Month, a time to bring awareness to the more than 400,000 American children in foster care who range in age from infants up to 21 years old. Kidsave is one organization dedicated to helping children in foster care, particularly older children who are often overlooked. For 25 years, the group has made it its mission to help children in foster care and orphanages find secure, loving homes in which they can flourish. And joining us now to talk more about all of this is Randi Thompson, co-founder and CEO of Kidsave, and she is also an adoptive mom. Randi, good to see you again.
So nice to be here and see you again.
So, I just mentioned some of the numbers of children in foster care, hundreds of thousands of children just here in the United States. Can you give us a sense, Randi, of, who some of these children are and how they ended up in the foster care system?
I like to say they're just like your kids and my kids. I mean, they're children who have the same wants, needs, and desires, but they ended up in the system because of loss, neglect, sometimes because of abuse. They're parents who weren't able to take care of them, and so the country, the government has put them into the system. The goal is, of course, to get them back to their families if they can, but if they can't go back home, then we work to find them connections to either loving mentors or adoptive families.
Yeah, and I know that you focus primarily on older children. Talk to us more about that and why that's so important.
Well, the stats show that once a kid reaches the age of 10, their chances of being adopted go down exponentially. So as an adoptive parent myself, as I was meeting kids and seeing that, the ones that are older are really forgotten. So what we wanted to do as an organization was to bring those kids back into the community, kind of shine a light on them and get them an opportunity to meet and get to know people in the community, not necessarily for adoption. Ideally, that would be the case, but at least to have someone who's there with them to help them as they exit the foster care system.
Yeah, and as parents, we know it's really important for children to have stability, especially for those that seem to be, going from one home to another and had a lot of trauma. And that's not just children here in the United States. I mean, you help children everywhere, including in Ukraine, and you've been there since 2016. Talk to us about those efforts and what Kidsave is doing for those children.
Yeah, we went to Ukraine in 2016 because at that time there were more than 100,000 kids living in orphanages. And we were working with the Ukrainian government to help to get them out of orphanages and into Ukrainian families. Then, of course, when the war started, we had to pivot quickly because we had put these children in families and we wanted to keep them safe. But as the war progressed, we realized that we had to help people to get out of the war zone. So we did a major effort to help people to leave the war-torn areas. In fact, about 30,000 people were taken out by Kidsave. And now we're helping those people who can't leave or who won't leave because they're elderly, and as a result, their children and their children's children are still there. We are providing them with humanitarian aid. But while the war is going on, we're still working to get kids into families. In fact, this summer, we're opening a center in Western Ukraine, and we're bringing 50 kids, taking them out of the war, and we're going to keep them at the center for July and August. But while they're there, we're hoping to introduce them to Ukrainian families who can take them permanently, so they never have to go back to a shelter or an orphanage.
Almost out of time, but where can folks get more information about Kidsave and get involved?
They can go to our website, kidsave.org, or they can call us at 888-KIDSAVE.
Wonderful. Randi, thank you so much for being on today and for all that you do. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.